Hi everyone, my name is Nick Clark and I am inside of Spotted Dog Yoga with Sup Dog Paddleboard Yoga and Retail Shop. And today I'm going to go ahead and break down what it's like to set up and take down your new Hala inflatable paddleboard. This first video is all about how portable these boards are. It's pretty remarkable. Your whole board adventure kit comes in this bag. The kit includes your paddleboard, your paddle, and also includes your pump and your fins. So everything that you need is inside of this backpack right here. The backpack's right about 25 pounds. It's not very heavy at all. You can see that on the back. You can put it up on your shoulders if you want. And then underneath here, there are wheels. So if you wanted to wheel this board with you somewhere, it's really, really simple to do that. Okay, so once you get your board out of your car or out of the box, what you're gonna wanna do is just lay it on its back and empty the contents so that you can get ready to go paddling. You can see when I unzip, I've got my hand pump here with the hose. I've got my 3-piece paddle right here. And I've got my Hala board. This particular board is a Hala Haas. It's a little bit bigger than the straight up. The straight up is typically what I sell the most of, okay? So what you're gonna do first is you're gonna focus on getting your board pumped up. So you're gonna take your board onto the ground and you're gonna unroll your board out. So get it nice and unrolled out, okay? And then when you're going to pump up your board, the first thing that's the most important thing is you wanna make sure that the high pressure valve that's at the front is lifted up. So when you go to empty it, you push it down and twist it, and that's when the air comes out. If you keep it out when you go to pump up your board, what'll happen is that you'll get your board filled up and then all the air will be released from the board. So you want to make sure that the yellow tip of the high pressure valve is up before you insert your pump. Okay? So I've got the valve up on my pump. Now I'm going to set up the hand pump and I'm going to show you how that works. And then I'm also going to show you how an auto pump works. Main thing you want to pay attention to with the hand pump is that there's an inflate and a deflate area where you can screw the hose on. When you're inflating, screw the hose on to the inflate side. Okay? Then the opposite side of the hose pump has teeth on it. The teeth make it really easy for you to slide the pump hose into the high pressure valve. So you just take the pump hose, slide it into the pressure valve, and then it hooks. So it's hooked in there nice and tight, okay? Then when you go to pump up your board, there's 2 settings in the hand pump. There's a single action setting and a double action setting. Single action setting is a little bit simpler because it allows you to pump air in just when you're pushing down and then gives you a little bit of a break when you're pulling upward. The double action will be a little bit more work, but a little bit faster. And that allows you to push air into your board as you pump down and as you pull up. Okay, so to start with, I'm gonna just do single action, which again means that I'm just pushing down. Our air is just going in when I'm pushing down, okay? And then to speed it up a little bit, I slip it to the double action, and that means that air is going in when I push down and when I pull up. Okay, so you're going to be working at this pretty hard with a hand pump. These boards inflate to between 12 and 15 psi. You can even move them up to 18 psi. PSI stands for pounds per square inch. You can imagine when these boards get filled up to that level, with that amount of air and a small amount of space, it becomes much more challenging to pump up your board. So it's very doable with a hand pump. It just takes time, and I suggest that you go nice and slow, take a rest here and there, make sure you bend your knees and take care of your body when you're doing that. Make sure you're breathing when you're doing that. Hand pumps are really, really great. If you don't mind a little exercise, you want to build up the strength in your arms, or if you're carrying your backpack into a remote destination where you wouldn't have the electricity and power to use an auto pump. Okay? Typically when I'm using my hand pump in a relaxed way, it takes between 15 and 20 minutes to get the whole board set up at the PSI that I want. And I allow time for that, and you should allow time for that as well. Okay, I'm going to show you now how to hook up an auto pump and let you know, get an idea of what it sounds like. To take your hand pump out, you just take the hose and you turn to the left, and that will help the teeth slide off of the high pressure valve. For right now, I'm going to put the hand pump off to the side over here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my Outdoor Master high pressure pump. We have these available here for sale most of the time unless they sell out. So if you need one, you can put your hands on one soon, and I suggest it. It makes it a lot easier, it really does. So what you're going to do here, same, there's an inflate and a deflate. You're just going to screw it into the inflate. You would use the deflate setting if you wanted to get, like, suck every little bit of air out of your board for storage, like at the end of the year, and you want to get every little bit of air out of there you could. There's teeth on the end of this, so you just take the teeth, slide it into the high pressure valve, and it will lock, okay? And then what you want to do on here is there's a button that says plus or minus, and that'll help you set your pump to the pounds per square inch that you want to put into your board. And then you push power and you'll hear a big noise. Come on. Okay. So one thing right now, it's pumping air in, just like with a hand pump, right? When it becomes to the higher levels of pounds per square inch, what will happen with your auto pump is it will start to work harder, and it's going to make a lot more noise. It goes whoo and really fires up. When that happens, there's nothing wrong with your auto pump. It's just working harder. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you know that. A few little things about these Hala SUP boards that I love while it's starting to fill up here. Number one thing is that they have a 3-year warranty. I mean, that's more than any that I can find or see in any other board in the industry. This company has been at it for a while now, and they first started focusing on boards for whitewater rafting, and ultimately have developed boards for every single activity that you want to do on a stand-up paddleboard. So if you want to go fishing, if you want to do yoga, if you want to just tour, if you want to tour faster, if you want to surf waves in the ocean, or if you want to surf waves in the river, and many, many more applications that you can use these boards for. I really love them. And there's a lot of different brands. Oh, so you hear it. Now it's starting to work really hard, okay? So there's a lot of different brands out there, and you can get paddle boards for cheaper, but I want to encourage you to take a look at these boards as a way to really be smart with your investment, because if you got a paddle board that doesn't have a warranty on it, and it's not designed as well as these really high-class paddle boards are, and you have an issue with it over a year's time, then you're stuck and you lose your money. So look at investing in a really nice paddle board. The paddle boards, a majority of them that I'm selling this year are kits, which mean they come with a paddle, they come with a backpack, they come with the fins, they come with everything that you need, the hand pump, they come with all that stuff, and they're right around $1,000. And they're an investment that'll last you a really, really long time. Not only that, you'll be able to enjoy the ride so much better. You really will. The ride on these boards is smooth, it's great, it's soft on the knees, and it's very stable for an inflatable paddleboard. Okay, so what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go check the PSI, pounds per square inch, and make sure I'm talking into my mic here. So right now, this is just at 3 pounds per square inch, okay? And just to give you an idea, again, you're going for, with these boards, you're going for between 12 and 15 pounds per square inch, or you can even pump it up to 18 pounds per square inch. So you're gonna pump them up rock hard. And so even if you get it up to like 8 pounds per square inch, and it's really, really hard, and you think, oh, well, that's good. Remember, you want to pump it up between 12 and 15 PSI. That's going to give you the ultimate ride.